So here we go. Factory reset. Didn't clean my machine yet. It was pretty busy this weekend. Fun times in the UK. So a friend of mine, he say, your videos are still online, so he can find them by computer. I know it's a little bit harder on the phone, but you know, search them up in the group, hit my name, see my posts, and you will find a lot of videos. But I think we're gonna not start all over again, but keep, try to do it shorter, faster, so to fresh up the mind of a few people, and for new users, they will benefit it also. So we're just gonna do, I know the first one was a run through the menu, so we're gonna do this one again. Always use my, the issues that I noticed in the past with users, I'm gonna explain it also. So you can select your volume in the machine. You can also select your volume on the headset. I met a guy this weekend, he said the sound was way too soft, until he pushes the plus button on the headset. Keep pushing the plus button until it gives you a beep, then you are wide open on the headset also. That was problem number one. Search mode, so you can select the pencil, you can assign it as your favorite mode. So for example, I'm gonna assign this one for my favorite mode. You can do a program reset. You will only reset the program, not the complete machine, only the program. If you want some info, people say, hey, there is no explanation with the programs and where they designed for. If you look at info, you will see a real good explanation why this program will suit you best on that moment. You have a star indication, target separation 4 stars, trash rejection 4 stars. So this is all-round program. This you can find back in each search mode. Okay, noise cancel. We can do a simple noise cancel. Push it once. I prefer a rolling noise cancel. Push and hold the button. There you go. Till you have stable numbers, then you release it. So -2. This frequency suits me best for this moment. If you are walking on a field, I noticed it by myself also this weekend. Suddenly I see a guy coming with a MindLab machine, a Manticore. It's most of the time when Manticores come close to each other and you hear some interference, just do a noise cancel and you're good to go again. Sometimes you are working on the same channel, and if you are with a lot of Manticores together, shit can happen. So, noise cancel. Ground balance, I leave it always at 0. Most of the time, not always, most of the time. Start with ground balance at 0. If you have a lot of falsing, try to do a ground balance. If you can do an auto tracking like this, then you have the tracking symbol and it's in automatic mode. Or you can do a manual mode, then you push and hold the button and you get a nice visual, pump the coil, hoppa, there you go, 85 ground balance. Then you can see if it improves or if it gets worse. If it gets worse, put it back on 0. Easy like that. If it improves, hey, use it, okay? Recovery speed, stock recovery speed is really good. Don't go too low. This machine, in the past, you have to bring your recovery lower to achieve some depth, extra depth. The Manticore has so much power, and it's way more fun if you have a good recovery speed and you have a good target separation at depth. If you make a machine too slow, you're gonna lose target separation. We showed it more than once. We've seen it on Detectival. People who came at low recovery speed, they hit the test bed, they didn't hit the targets. The soil was really hot. They lost all target separation at depth. So keep that in mind. Good recovery speed. For the moment, I use an all-terrain general 5, all-terrain fast, it's on 6. You can use all-terrain general and all-terrain fast. Those two programs are eco-loaded on the frequencies. So if you have any doubts on your recovery speed, put the same settings in all-terrain fast and compare it, then you have just to push one button, favorite mode, back, forward, and then you can see if it improves or gets worse. I was detecting in the UK on hotspots, Roman hotspots, a lot of iron. Over there, I placed my recovery speed on 6 because I want more target separation. Yeah, and it benefits me a lot. I had some nice things between the iron. You have to adapt the machine to your circumstances. But I never go below 4, never. On a beach is most of the time clean, not a lot of iron, except if you go on black sand. But normal beach hunters, you can try 4, but don't go below 4, absolutely not. Okay, discrimination pattern, so you can, I never use discrimination. I don't gonna use it because I'm a real relic hunter. I wanna dig every signal. But for example, I'm gonna place the cursor over there so that it's clear for everybody. Selection wide. So now you're gonna notch out one VDI number, 28. If you push the arrow up, you're gonna notch out 3 VDI numbers, 5 VDI numbers, 10 VDI numbers, or 20 VDI numbers. This is how it works. If you want to notch out a complete zone, hey, if you want to, go ahead, but I prefer not. Don't like discrimination. Ferrous limits. There are a lot of videos already in the group about the Ferrous limits. Upper Ferrous limits, nails, small iron targets. Those will come in that gray area over there. Lower Ferrous limits, bottle caps, big iron stuff, big iron chunks of, I don't know, whatever. They come in the lower Ferrous limits. My circumstances, I put lower Ferrous limits on 2, upper on 8. Be careful, but you always have a visual. For example, if you go to the home screen, over here I have a target. I'm in the house, but I know there is a tube in the soil, the ground. So this is a target. If you have target over here and it pulls out the Ferrous limits a little bit, turn 90 degrees on it or try to locate that target with your pinpointer. If you are on top of iron, look how it acts in the Ferrous limits. That's a normal indication then of iron. Most of the time you will have a small sound on iron when it comes out of the Ferrous limits. That's because you're on with your coil just on the border of the iron. So localize the iron. Use your pinpointer. Localize the iron. Disengage the pinpointer. Wave above it and you will have a clear black spot over there. Then you know it's iron. If your Ferrous limits are too narrow and it comes out of the Ferrous limits, set them up a little bit to mask the iron. Oh, that was hard to explain. Yes, Ferrous volume, your iron rumble. If you run with open horseshoe, you can listen to your iron. Some people like it, some don't. Ferrous pitch, the pitch height of the iron rumble. I'm gonna go back. For example, people who wants to run with open horseshoe, but they don't like the iron sound, and they want to use the red indication, bring the Ferrous volume to 0. If you run with open horseshoe, you will have no sound of iron, but you will have a red indication. So, problem solved. Stabilizers. Love this feature. People say don't use stabilizer, it's a risky thing. I was always thinking use some, lose some, but no. I use for the moment a lot of stabilizers. Its stock settings are on 1. In the UK I used it on 4. I was with a guy over there and I see him detecting he had a lot of target investigation, the small chirps, the falsing. And I went to him and I said, mate, turn the stabilizer on, and I turned it on to 5. Don't be afraid. The stabilizer works really well. And he said to me, man, you broke my machine. I don't hear anything anymore. And I say, have some faith, have some trust, believe it, and he detects then the Manticore speaks only on the right moment. Are you gonna lose real deep targets? Stabilizer on 5, you're gonna lose maybe a half hammered coin. If it's on maximum depth, maybe you're gonna lose a half centimeter. Who cares, mate? You know, it's one for next year. I'm sure if you use the stabilizer and your machine is quiet, you will detect at least 30-40% more on that day, because you lose a lot of time to investigate a false signal. This takes away the false signals. I prefer to leave one target behind and dig up 20 other ones. That's what the stabilizer is all about. Stabilizer filter. This one will give an extra sound feature to those signals, to those falsings, but also to real fake signals. So with the stabilizer filter, you could lose some targets. Be careful with that one. If they are really deep, really soft signal, it depends on how high your stabilizer settings are. If you use stabilizer on 1, filter on, reasonable. Stabilizer on 4, filter on, starts to get tricky. Stabilizer on 10, filter on, you lose something, for sure. But people like a Vanquish on steroids, then you can set it up like here. You will only have solid targets, no falsing, nothing, and you can go ahead like that. All depends how you want to set up your machine. Okay, target tones. Always use one. I always use one region, all tones. I see some videos about people using 5 regions and they set them up here and then a complete line to there. You can do, for example, the same thing in 2 regions, like this. Hoppa! You go to the left. Yeah. There you go. Bring it down. Yep. Bring the volume. I'm gonna bring that one a little bit down. Okay. We're gonna bring the volume to 5. Hoppa. We're gonna bring that one down. There you go. You have the same example. No need to adjust 5 things. Works like this. Everything is possible in the Manticore. So you can select 1 region, 2 region, 5 region, 1 single tone, 2 single tones, 5 single tones. Okay, that's about the target tones. Audio theme, normal, enhanced, depth and prospecting. Each time in each program you can select also profile medium, simple or rich. You can also assign your threshold level, your threshold pitch. People who like those, it's over here. I prefer normal theme and simple feedback. Difference between simple, you will have always the same volume of a sound. A target which is deep or less deep, it's always the same beep. If you're going to use medium, it will give you some more feedback about target size and target depth. Rich will give you the full feedback of target size and depth. Keep in mind, if you select rich and you're going to put stabilizer on 6 and stabilizer filter on, then a deep target will give you a real soft sound. That could disappear below some ground sound or whatever. That's why I use simple. Deep targets will always sound clear. Always. And those pull your attention. And if you have a quiet machine and it pulls your attention on the right moment, you have always a diggable target. To be honest, I dug up 1 iron nail in the UK on a Roman hotspot. 1 iron nail. I was there 4 or 5 hours of detecting. And you know, the spot, I started in the morning, find a Roman coin. In the afternoon, everybody was on the spot. So I went back just for fun. And there was one iffy signal, and I thought, I'm gonna dig this one up. This one pulls my attention, and it was an iron nail. So yeah, 1 iron nail in a whole day. And I knew it. I knew it was an iron nail. But if you set up your machine right, you're not gonna dig up iron anymore. Trust me. Okay, audio teams. Frequency, always use multi-IQ plus. People say, if I have interference, I go to single frequency. No, mate. Lower down your sensitivity, do a noise cancel, but stay in multi-IQ plus. They all work together. Why you should work with one man if you can work with 5 men together? One man work on 100%, 5 men, they work on 50%. You still have 250% on the end of the day. So, this is your man. General settings, there you can adjust the language, vibration in the handle, the lightning on the display, the keypad or the flashlight. You see, you can raise it up. The moment it goes from left bottom to right top, then you have automatic function. Same on the keypad. Flashlight you have low, medium, high. Soft keys, you can assign soft keys. There is a soft key over here, you know, the user button, a soft key over there, a soft key over there. You can assign different features to it: favorite mode, search mode, flashlight, display backlight, sensitivity boost, speaker mute. Funny, you know, when you're with friends, hey, listen to this sound, turn it on, he listened to it, push the button again, it's only in your headset again. Funny to, you know, to let people listen to your sound, or for influencers on a right moment, they can say, hey, listen to this sound. Recovery speed, frequency, clear ID map, and all metal, accept reject, noise cancel, ground balance, and we are back in favorite mode. So all those features you can assign to all those buttons. Yeah, Ferrous indication for the people who don't want to have the sound when they run with open horseshoe, but they want to have an indication. Turn this one on red, and you have red indication. Reset the complete machine. Underwater boost, people who are diving with the machine and they want some extra volume in the headset, turn this one on, it will pop your ears out. Software info, here you can see which software you are using. Last week there was a by misunderstanding and message online about a software update. If you run the 6.2, that's the latest one. There you go. I need some drinks. Okay, bye bye.